supernatural powers seem to pop up in literature at times when the struggle for women's rights comes to the fore. H. Rider Haggard's She appeared toward the end of the 19th century when pressure for more equality was building. Its electrically gifted heroine can literally kill with a pointed finger and a thought, and much verbiage is expended on male anxieties about what might happen, especially to men, should she who must be obeyed train her sights on world domination. Naomi Alderman, whose The Power coincided with the rise of the Me Too movement, went one better and gave most young girls the ability to kill by shooting out energy rays like electric eels. Carrie was written in the early 1970s when the second wave women's movement was at full throttle. There are a couple of nods to this new form of feminism in the novel, and King himself has said that he was nervously aware of its implications for men of his generation. The male villain of Carrie, Billy Nolan, is a throwback to the swaggering, hair-oiled, tough male posturing of the 1950s, which is seen as already outmoded, though still dangerous. The female villain, Chris Hargensen, is the archetypical queen bee cruelty ringleader of high school drama. The negative version of sisterhood is powerful. A side note on names. Chris for Christine for Christ is self-evidently ironic. Chris is an anti-savior. Carrie White is an interesting combination. Carrie, as King takes pains to point out, is not short for Carolina. Carrie's given name is Carrietta, an unusual variant of Caretta, itself derived from caritas or charity. Loving and forgiving kindness, the most important virtue in the Christian triad of faith, hope, and charity. This kind of charity is noteworthily lacking in most of the townspeople of Chamberlain. Yes, there is a real Chamberlain, Maine, and I wonder how its inhabitants felt when they discovered in 1974 that they'd be obliterated in 1979, the year in which Carrie is set. Most particularly, charitable loving kindness is entirely absent from Carrie's mother, nominally a devoted Christian, who knows about Carrie's superpowers, believes she has inherited them from an eldritch, sugar bowl levitating grandmother, and ascribes them to demonic energies and witchcraft, thus viewing it as her pious duty to murder her own child. Carrie wavers between love and forgiveness and hate and revenge, but it's the hatred of the town that channels itself through her, tips her over the edge, and transforms her into an angel of destruction. As for White, you might be inclined to think white hat, black hat, as in Westerns, or white as in innocent, white-clothed sacrificial lamb. And yes, Carrie is an innocent, but also please consider white trash. In fact, read the book of that name by Nancy Eisenberg, and for added raw and gritty details, The Beans of Egypt, Maine by Carolyn Shute. The white underclass has existed in America from the beginning, and white trashers going back generations are thick on the ground in Maine, Stephen King's home territory, a territory he has deep-mined extensively over the course of his career. He based the situation of Carrie on two girls from that underclass whom he knew at school, both of them marked by poverty and decaying clothing, both of them taunted and despised and destroyed by their fellow students.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.